Imagine if every thought you have shapes the way you see the world and even determines what you attract into your life. The truth is, your mind finds what you feed it. When you nourish it with positivity, focus and purpose, you create a mindset that empowers you. But if you feed it with negativity, fear or doubt, that's exactly what you'll encounter everywhere you go. As Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful lessons to help you consciously feed your mind for a life filled with peace, growth, and fulfillment. Lesson 1. Thoughts are the seeds of reality. In Buddhism, the power of thought is a central teaching. Our thoughts shape our actions, influence our speech, and direct our intentions. Consider the analogy of a garden. If we plant seeds of compassion, patience, and understanding, our lives will bear the fruits of these qualities. But if we plant seeds of anger, envy, and greed, then suffering, anxiety, and restlessness will sprout. In Buddhist practice, this understanding is why meditation and mindfulness are so crucial. By observing our thoughts without attachment, we can identify which seeds we're planting and make conscious choices to shift our thinking toward kindness, gratitude, and resilience. Each thought we allow to take root is a building block for the world we experience. This is why the Buddha stressed the importance of right thought as part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Feed your mind with positive, uplifting thoughts, and you'll find your inner and outer worlds transformed. 2. Choose your inputs carefully. The mind absorbs what it is surrounded by. This lesson relates to the Buddhist practice of guarding the sense doors, where we're mindful of what we allow into our consciousness through our senses, what we see, hear, read, and even the conversations we engage in. If we constantly expose ourselves to negative news, toxic conversations, or environments filled with gossip and drama, our minds become cluttered and distressed. Choose inputs that nourish the mind and lead it toward peace. For example, if we fill our environment with teachings of the Dharma, supportive friends, and positive influences, we are nourishing our inner landscape with calm and understanding. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you are allowing into your mind. Perhaps listen to a guided meditation, read a passage from a Buddhist text, or spend time in nature. These simple shifts can help you build a mental space of peace and clarity, reflecting what you intentionally allow into it. 3. Turn off autopilot. Thinking in Buddhism, mindless reactivity is seen as one of the greatest obstacles to inner peace. Many of us go through life on autopilot, reacting to situations and people without full awareness. This reactivity often stems from habitual thought patterns, sometimes shaped by past traumas, fears, or social conditioning that dictate how we respond to the world. By constantly feeding these autopilot responses, we lose control over our mind's direction. Through mindfulness, we can become more aware of these automatic patterns. When you find yourself reacting, pause and observe the thought behind the reaction. Is it anger, fear, jealousy? Acknowledge it without judgment and then consciously choose a new way to respond. Each time you interrupt autopilot thinking, you reclaim a bit of control over your mind. Over time, you'll find it easier to respond from a place of peace and compassion rather than from ingrained habits, allowing your mind to reflect clarity rather than chaos. 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Buddhism teaches that suffering is an inevitable part of life, but it also teaches that suffering can be a profound teacher. When faced with challenges, we often instinctively resist, trying to avoid discomfort at all costs. However, these moments of difficulty often carry essential lessons about patience, resilience, and letting go. Consider how Buddhist monks embrace discomfort and challenge as ways to train the mind. A challenging experience becomes an opportunity to cultivate inner strength and learn non-attachment. By reframing suffering in this way, we free ourselves from the need to resist life's difficulties and instead accept them with an open heart. Each time we face a challenge, we can ask ourselves, What is this trying to teach me? Feeding your mind with this perspective not only builds resilience, but also transforms suffering into wisdom, allowing you to navigate life with greater equanimity. 5. Practice gratitude daily. In Buddhism, gratitude is more than just saying thank you or appreciating something nice. It's a powerful pathway to experiencing true joy and breaking free from endless wanting or craving. The Buddha taught that our minds are often preoccupied with desires for things we don't have. These desires keep us restless, always searching for happiness somewhere else, in something or someone. But gratitude changes that by shifting our focus from what's missing in our lives to what's already present. When we make this shift, we feel more fulfilled and content, as if our lives are already enough, just as they are. Practicing gratitude can be simple and doesn't require a big effort. One effective way is to start each day by reflecting on a few things you're thankful for. It might be the warmth of sunlight in the morning, the comforting taste of a favorite drink, or a pleasant moment shared with a friend. Even small things, like the feeling of a soft blanket, the peacefulness of a quiet moment, or the beauty of a flower in bloom, can be part of your gratitude practice. The point is to pause and acknowledge these small blessings that often go unnoticed, shifting your mind to see what's good in your life. Every time you express gratitude, you are training your mind to notice the positive aspects of life. This mental habit is particularly powerful during tough times. When we're feeling stressed, worried, or sad, our natural tendency might be to focus on what's wrong or missing. But practicing gratitude helps us to look beyond immediate difficulties and notice that, even in challenging moments, there are still good things around us. This can be as simple as feeling grateful for a supportive friend during hard times, or appreciating a moment of rest after a busy day. Gratitude can become a natural response, bringing peace and fulfillment into your everyday life. As you practice, you may notice that feelings of longing or dissatisfaction start to fade. Instead of always seeking something more or something else, you'll feel more at ease with what you already have. Your inner environment becomes calmer and more peaceful, and this sense of appreciation helps you build a life filled with more joy and contentment. 6. Visualize your goals as achieved. Visualization is a powerful tool in Buddhism, often used to cultivate qualities like compassion, patience, and mindfulness. This practice involves vividly imagining oneself embodying positive qualities or visualizing a peaceful state of mind, reinforcing these attributes in daily life. In Buddhist meditation, visualization is seen as a form of mental training, helping us become more compassionate, focused, and resilient when facing challenges. By picturing our goals and ideal qualities as though they're already part of us, we train the mind to adopt and embrace these attributes, making them more attainable. Imagine you want to become more patient or compassionate, for example. Instead of simply hoping for these qualities, sit in meditation and picture yourself acting with patience and kindness. See yourself responding calmly in challenging situations, smiling at others, and embodying compassion with everyone you meet. Picture every detail, the sound of your voice, the expression on your face, and the feelings of peace in your heart. By immersing yourself in this visualization, you're planting the seeds of patience and compassion in your mind, allowing them to grow naturally in your everyday life. This isn't merely daydreaming. It's a deep rewiring of the mind. Studies show that visualizing an action or quality can activate the same areas in the brain as physically performing it, which aligns with Buddhist teachings on bhavana or mental cultivation. Each time you practice seeing yourself with these qualities, you're strengthening the mental pathways that make these behaviors more accessible, more natural. Visualization slowly makes you feel as if compassion, patience, and resilience are already parts of who you are, which then makes it easier to act according to them. Visualization also reaches into our personal goals and dreams. If you're trying to achieve inner peace, Imagine yourself moving through life's highs and lows with grace, staying centered no matter what happens. Imagine releasing your worries, staying grounded in every situation. This mental picture allows your mind to feel the peace you want, making it feel familiar and possible. Then, when you face challenges, you can return to this mental anchor, the image of yourself as strong and peaceful, helping you to live this state in real-life situations. Visualization can help you view yourself in a new way. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who is trying or struggling, you begin to absorb these qualities as a natural part of your identity. This change in mindset is powerful. When you believe that these qualities are already inside you, you're more likely to act in harmony with them. Visualization connects the space between intention and action, making it easier to express positive qualities more naturally. In Buddhism, this practice isn't about running after goals or becoming better. It's about respecting the potential within each of us. Buddha taught that the mind can be trained to develop any quality, just like a garden can be cared for to grow beautiful flowers. Visualization works as a way to care for this inner garden, choosing which qualities to grow and which harmful habits to let go. Every time you imagine yourself living with peace, compassion, or patience, you take one more step toward truly becoming that person. As you regularly visualize your goals and ideals, you're not just imagining a faraway dream. You're growing a reality that already lives within you. This practice not only strengthens self-belief, but also lowers doubt, allowing you to act from a place of peace and confidence. Over time, visualization shows that the best version of yourself is not far away. It's simply waiting to be fully awakened from within. The journey is transformative, creating harmony between your inner values and outer actions, showing that who you want to be is already within reach. 7. Cultivate self-compassion. In Buddhism, self-compassion is important for personal growth, inner peace, and resilience. The Buddha taught that to walk the path to enlightenment, we must treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we give to others. Self-compassion is a practice of seeing our shared humanity, accepting our challenges, and approaching ourselves with a gentle, forgiving attitude, especially during hard times. This practice of loving kindness or metta begins with ourselves and then expands outward, helping us to better support and understand others. For many people, self-criticism happens almost automatically. When we make mistakes or fall short, we often judge ourselves harshly, which can create feelings of guilt, unworthiness, or frustration. But in Buddhism, this kind of self-judgment is seen as unhelpful and even harmful, because it creates suffering without helping us grow. Self-compassion, however, teaches us to treat ourselves with kindness and patience, seeing mistakes as a natural part of being human. Instead of blaming ourselves, we can learn from these moments and move forward with a clearer sense of purpose. One way to build self-compassion is through metta meditation. This practice includes repeating phrases of kindness and goodwill, beginning with yourself and then extending them to others. You might begin by quietly repeating phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be at peace." This simple practice can change our inner dialogue, replacing harsh self-criticism with gentle, supportive thoughts. Over time, this compassionate mindset helps us develop resilience, making it easier to face life's challenges without being trapped by negative self-talk. Self-compassion also means forgiving yourself for past mistakes and releasing unrealistic expectations. Many of us carry the weight of past regrets, allowing them to keep us stuck. In Buddhist practice, forgiveness is seen as a path to self-freedom. When you forgive yourself, you free your mind from the hold of guilt and shame, creating space for growth and self-acceptance. Understanding that you are human and therefore imperfect can be a powerful realization, helping you move through life with a lighter heart and a more open mind. In moments of stress or failure, self-compassion allows us to become our own source of comfort. Instead of looking for validation from others, It gives us a steady inner foundation. When we make mistakes, we can see them as opportunities to learn and grow rather than as proof of our self-worth. This change in mindset makes our emotional resilience stronger, freeing us from the need for outside approval or the fear of criticism. Another important part of self-compassion in Buddhism is understanding anatta, or non-self. This teaching reminds us that our identities are not fixed or defined by our mistakes or achievements. By seeing ourselves as constantly changing beings, we become less attached to self-criticism and less burdened by past actions. We begin to understand that we are not trapped by past versions of ourselves. We have the power to grow and change in every moment. Practicing self-compassion creates a ripple effect. When we treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, we become more able to offer that same compassion to others. This deepens our relationships and strengthens our sense of connection, making it easier to approach people with empathy and patience. By developing self-compassion, we become less reactive, more understanding, and better able to give love without judgment. Self-compassion works as a foundation for inner peace and spiritual growth. When we treat ourselves with kindness, we create a mental space where healing and resilience can grow. This mindset not only makes us stronger, but also brings a sense of freedom and acceptance, allowing us to move through life with a lighter heart. Practicing self-compassion teaches us that being kind to ourselves is not a weakness, but a source of inner strength. It gives us the courage to face life's challenges with a compassionate and steady spirit. Over time, this practice helps us understand that true peace comes from accepting ourselves with the same loving kindness we wish to share with the world. In Buddhism, the mind reflects what it is fed with. Every thought, experience, and influence we allow shapes our inner world and eventually our lives. By consciously choosing to fill our minds with positive, uplifting, and compassionate thoughts, we not only create a life of peace and wisdom for ourselves, but also inspire the people around us. Remember, every moment is a chance to decide what you feed your mind, so choose wisely. If these Buddhist principles connect with you like this video, share it and subscribe for more insights. Start today and take the first step toward changing your mind and life into a reflection of the peace, wisdom, and compassion you seek.